Hey guys, I'm Alex, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my thoughts on The Grudge 2020. This isn't going to be like one of my regular reviews. I'm just gonna basically go through what I wrote in my phone because I was taking notes during the movie in the theater, and I never do that. Like, it was that boring. The first thing I wrote was boring. I did a video a long time ago, like top 10 horror on Netflix, and The Eyes of My Mother was on it, and this is written and directed by Nicholas Pesh. And I remember saying in that video that I was excited that he was going to be doing the Grudge reboot, and following The Eyes of My Mother he did Piercing, and these two are amazing. So I was so excited for this movie, and I fell asleep like halfway through. So I'm gonna go through my notes. This probably will be a scatterbrain video. So I believe it's a continuation of the last film. I don't even remember them. I just remember that Sarah Michelle Gellar was in the one that I watched. I'm not really a huge Grudge franchise fan. I just wanted to watch it because I love horror and I love Nicholas Pesh. And I'm also really not into Asian horror. I know it's weird, I'm Asian, but I don't like Asian horror. I don't know why. So it starts off in Japan for a minute. This lady brings it back to America to her family. She brings the Babadook back to her family, and everyone who lives in that house from then on gets murdered. The problem I have with it is it jumps around all over the place, which my friend told me that's like a thing that the Grudge series does, but the way they executed it was really strange. I feel like it was not enough of a passage of time, and then sometimes they wrote the year and sometimes they didn't, and then they would flip-flop back. I don't care about the non-chronological order, but it was just strange to follow. The jump scares were pretty cheesy, but they weren't loud and they weren't scary. They do spend time on the characters, but at the end you don't care about any of them. You know a little bit about each of them, some more than others, but you don't care. So the main character is a cop who moves to another town to start her life over because her husband died. Played by Andrea Riseborough, who was also the lead in Mandy, and I hated that movie, and a lot of the reason why is because of her. I just don't like her as an actress. I feel like she tries really hard, but she doesn't have like a lead essence to her. She has no charisma, and she's just incredibly dreadful to watch. And she's in a lot of the movie, so you have to follow her along. She's trying to figure out what caused these murders. The other cast members are great. Lynn Shay, who is an amazing actress. Actually, my favorite movie that I've seen her in lately is Room for Rent. You guys should check that out. That's free on Amazon Prime. I'll be reviewing that later. She's always excellent, and she's very good at horror. And the guy who plays her husband is adorable. He's like a teddy bear. And I was trying to remember where I've seen him from, and it's Coming to America. Remember that scene where he shows the boys the apartment and he's like, "It's a real piece of shit." It's that guy. That's the same guy. So Frankie Faison plays Lynn Shay's husband. They had so many great actors wasted. John Cho's in it. He was great in it, as always. And that lady with the baby voice from The Disaster Artist, Jackie Weaver. The priest from The Nun is in it, Damien Bashir. And he plays a chain-smoking detective and new partner of that Mandy lady. So the runtime is 1 hour and 34 minutes. I remember Nicholas saying in an interview that he likes a quick movie, and this movie, even though it's only 1.5 hours, it feels like 3 hours. There's a scene where they put in a DVD for the cop's son to watch, and they play 48 hours. And I was just thinking in the theater that it felt like I was sitting there for 48 hours. And William Sadler is also in it. He plays the chain-smoking cop's previous partner who supposedly went mental because he went in the house and there was an accident to his face, and then he looks like Phantom of the Opera. And William Sadler is always great. Like I said, the cast was just wasted. I don't know what happened in this movie. I don't know if this was studio interference or the director just had too much pressure because this was a bigger budget movie because he's used to doing indies. I don't know. I wrote, "I left to pee, and when I came back, nothing had happened." True, like you could probably fall asleep for like 15 minutes and nothing happened. I wrote, "What happened to Frank?" Frank is the yellow lab of the cop, and we never see him again. It's weird when they do that in movies. Let me give some positives. The movie looks good. It has the crispness of this director. Like, he's very meticulous in detail. And also there was like a cool Easter egg. The police station's number is 999. that's pretty much it. The best scene, I think, is in the trailer. So yeah, watch the trailer if you want to see the scene. It's the scene where the Mandy cop comes in and talks to Lin Shaye. She's acting insane and she chops her fingers off. Oh yeah, it's rated R. There's gore, but I feel like they could have pushed it. Like, if you're gonna have a rated R, do it all the way. And it felt like a PG-13 movie to me, other than like a few gore scenes. I don't even remember that much profanity. And when I heard about this being made, I thought there were going to be like trailers coming out way before the movie, and I just saw the trailer like a little bit before the release date, which is really strange. I wrote they need Miss Cleo. I must have been super bored. That's all I have to say about this movie. So I think the ratings are pretty accurate. I will never watch this again. It was so boring, so I don't suggest seeing it in theaters. But if you are curious about it, or if you are a Grudge fan, wait till Redbox. A couple things I wanted to add. They did include the Grudge famous hand-on-head shower scene featuring John Cho in this one. And the ghosts were not scary in this one. Of course, they were ghosts of previous tenants, but they really don't explain the lore, like why they're doing what they're doing, and I feel like you would have had to have seen previous Grudge movies to understand it. And also, this is a spoiler, it ends on a huge bagul and like Blumhouse style, which is completely disappointing. I still love this director. I don't know what happened here. I feel like he should just go back to indie and, you know, have 100% creative control. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you saw The Grudge, let me know what you thought of it. My next horror review will be of Rabid 2020. I'm going to try and do one horror movie review a week. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.